Hey guys, Titan Apprentice, welcome back to the channel. Today is another Wednesday product review, and today's video is on lights. Today we are talking about a product I think you should pick up in case you've ever ran into a power outage, or you might run into a power outage. This is the Neporal MAGICPRO Rechargeable Smart LED Light Bulb. Basic functions, it functions like any other light bulb. It goes in and it turns on. The difference is, when you flip the switch, you might see the little red light. It will not function like a normal light bulb if I turn the switch on, but it will recharge it because these are rechargeable light bulbs. So we control it with the remote. You turn it on, you turn it off. This is the warm white light. It's got a positive, right? So it can go up multiple different times, and then it can go down. It's got a negative, right? Too bright. Let's turn it down a little bit. You can go full 100% mode, or you can go half mode, 50%. Then you have a normal white. Same things. We can go up with it, and we can go down with it. Awesome, right? So then we have cool white, and this is like that bluish hue that you see sometimes. You can go up with it, and again, we get to the mode, and we go down with it. On top of just the warm white, normal white, and cool white, this bulb itself features multiple different colors. You got red. This is nice for preserving the night vision. Not like I'm going to carry this big old lamp through the woods, but a nice red light. You've got green. You've got a blue. Then next, you've got a purple, a pink, and then a cyan, which is I call blue. This also has a timer on it. You've got 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and 120 minutes. It also has party modes, right? Mode 1 gets this nice little rotation throughout the colors, right? And this is the RGB version, the red, green, blue version, and it rotates through the 6 colors that it does have, not counting the normal light colors as any of the colors. Now, mode 2, it's more, cut, right? So it's not that flow between the lights, it's boom, boom, boom. So the cool thing about these light bulbs is that they function as a normal light bulb, just with a remote, but they are rechargeable. So what does that actually mean in terms of prepping, right? Everyone has seen a multicolored light bulb. Let's unplug this device. We are unplugged now, and as you can tell, nothing, right? You don't see that little red glow, and nothing is happening. Take your little remote. Let's say there is a power outage. Let's say something has happened, and you can still turn the light on. Again, normal white, cool white, pink. So you've got this cool little light that functions even though it is still not getting power to it, right? And that's why these are rechargeable. They sit in your light socket, they work as a light, and then when the power gets cut to it, they still work. They still come on. Now I know what a lot of people are going to say next. Oh dude, that's cool, but I'm not going to carry this lamp around my house if I lose power. If only there was something that this light bulb could hang on and be put on versus having this big old lamp that I have to carry around. Or what if it's in a light socket above me, right? That's kind of useless, right? You mean like a little hook? Yeah, a little hook sure would be handy, and that's when they put 2 of them in a box, because there's 2 lights, and it comes with a little hook that I can hang things on. And now, I hit the on button, and both of them come on. One is in a light socket that is unplugged, and the other is on a hook that I can hang anywhere. If you're anything like me, and you have kids, or you have a terrible memory, this remote is going to be the biggest downside to this whole thing, because boom, oh no, it's lost forever. How are these going to function if I don't have a remote? There's a little button right here on the side, and you simply hold it down and you get your lights. Now this is the cool white. If I held it down, it's going to dim down. If I press it again, it's going to go up. If I soft tap, which means not holding it down but a simple tap, it's going to change. And again, hold it down, it gets bright, or it gets low depending on where it's at, and soft tap, it goes again. Now if I soft tap it again, oh man dude, we get the colors now. the colors do have a dimming feature when you press them. I've not been able to figure out how the colors dim when it's actually inside of something, but when you press them and hold them down, hey, now they work, right? And again, we can rotate, cycle through all of our colors. You got green, you got blue, pink, or that was red, this is pink, and this is cyan. So I've been looking at these types of lights for a long time, and the one downside that I saw was the only way to recharge these was via a light socket. Well, what happens when you run this for the 3 to 5 hours and you still don't have power after that? And I told Neporal the same thing. I said, look, unless it can recharge on its own, I kind of don't want it, because it's function, and it's a great function when it works. But what happens when it dies? They said, yeah, we got you covered, bud. Boom, USB-C on the back. It does come with a USB-C charger. So now you have two ways to charge these devices. You have the light sockets, and then you also have the USB-C. Well, how are you supposed to charge USB-C during a power outage? Like a million different ways. You can plug it up to your car. You can plug it up to power stations, solar panels back here. I got solar panels over here. I've got battery banks somewhere in this room, right? I've got a million different ways that I can recharge this little light bulb. So the one question is, how long do they last? We're going to find that out through a time lapse, which we will add into this video. We're going to have both the high setting and the low setting, put them side by side, see if it does dim down, see if it tries to save itself, right? And we're going to see just how long these things last, and that will be right now. But before we do that, I want to see how bright they are, just like this. So what I'm going to do is turn it on. We're going to do this cool setting, the highest setting, turn the lights off. It's pretty bright. I don't know how bright it is on camera, but it's pretty bright. And especially if you hang it, it's much like any other bathroom light. Now, it's not as bright as like 4 or 5 bulbs, but it's pretty decent. So we're going to cut this one off. We're going to cut this one on. Again, hold it down. Now this should be the lowest setting. We will make sure by setting it all the way up. Okay, that is bright. And setting it all the way back down. So let's see how bright this is. Definitely a difference. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but like I can see around me. It's more like a night light than it is a bright enough light to be able to read. All right, y'all, it is actually the next night. Last night I recorded this video. We'll talk about why I'm redoing it, but it is 9:35. So let's get these lights going and we'll talk about why we're having to redo them. We'll turn this one on dim, okay? So this one's on dim and this one's gonna be our bright one. So we're gonna turn it on, hold it down. We're gonna turn this one all the way up to bright. So why are we having to redo it? This bright one right here, it's a little finicky. It's a little odd. It's a little strange. So I turned it on just like this last night. And then this morning when I woke up, it was off. Okay, not a problem. I figured, well, it probably ran for a couple hours and then shut off. My wife picked it up, hit a button, magically turned on, and it was this bright. Had I known that it would turn back on, I would have pressed the button again and kept going, right? So that's what we're gonna do. 4:27 in the morning. This one's still going. It's been going, the entire time. This one died. And it probably died within about 3 hours. So what we're gonna do, hold it down. Yeah, that comes right back on. It's definitely still bright, especially compared to that one over there. So we're gonna let it keep going. So that's not really what I was expecting. I was expecting it to run a little bit longer. I was expecting it to, I don't know. We're gonna call this, right? I'm kind of tired of recording a light that's not going dead. So we know it'll last for over 48 hours, which is pretty interesting. And that way, in case you forget to turn it off, it's not going to go dead in one day. Maybe it is a power outage and, you know, the kids are playing with the night light on and then they forget to turn it off, right? So it's not going to go dead, which is a good thing. I will say, it being on low, again, it's not very bright, but it's bright enough to be able to at least move around your house at night. This one, on the other hand, lasted from 9:35 to 1:09, and then it shut off. Then I was able to bring it back up, and it lasted for like another 5 minutes. So 3.5 hours on the highest setting. Again, not super impressive for a normal power outage, but again, it's the brightest setting. You can lower it down a little bit if you wanted to. So once again, these are great for power outages. Are they portable? Absolutely. I don't have to lug around an entire lamp with me. I can just have this. Are they bright? I would say so. Right? Turn it on. That's pretty dang bright. Can it go lower? Absolutely. So maybe it's too much light, or maybe you want that red light option. Are they budget friendly? $10 a piece? Not terrible. Some of the ones at Lowe's, some of the ones at Home Depot are like $20, $25 a piece, and they don't do half the things that this one does. Are they rechargeable? Yep. So you've got two different options. Again, you can plug it into a light socket whenever you have grid power, or you can USB-C recharge it. So again, multiple ways to recharge, but also, if you lose this, multiple ways for it to function. Once again, hold it down, it comes on, soft press, you can change the light color. So again, perfect for emergency preparedness, right? Give this to grandma, put a couple in her house, say, here, look, you got a remote. When she gets up at night, right, she can turn it on, she can turn it off. And then the power goes out, she just pulls them from the socket. Fantastic little light. Bug out bags, get home bags, maybe not, right? It's a little oddly shaped, probably not my choice, right? I'm going with a headlamp or a flashlight. But as far as home-based concerns, yeah, I could throw a couple of these in every room, in every light socket, and then whenever the power goes out, remember I have these. Or I can just get a couple, have them around, not in the light socket, but instead in a box somewhere, and then when the power does go out, I can put them in lamps, I can put them in the light sockets, use the remote, turn them on, and now have light in my room like any normal light switch, any normal light socket. So again, guys, Neporal reached out to me, open and honest reviews, like everything. The only downside I could see would be price. $10 for a light bulb is a little expensive, especially when compared to normal LED light bulbs. But other than that, yeah, pretty good, right? And again, these are the RGB ones, so they do change colors. Price does go down if you don't buy the RGB ones, but functionality does go down. That would be my only con. But again, $10 for an emergency light bulb that's rechargeable, that has multiple functions, no complaints from me. So there will be an Amazon link down below. I do have an affiliation with Amazon, so I do get a small little kickback from Amazon, but I'm not out here making millions, right? Amazon commissions are very small. I'm not out here making millions selling light bulbs. So I'm not out here getting rich, just giving you guys good prepping ideas and good prepping products. And this Neporal MAGICPRO is a great prepping product. Alright guys, any questions, let me know down below. That's all I got for today's video. Again, links down below. Thanks guys. Have a good day.